Hey, how's it going? It's John again for Immaculate Grid. Gonna play both the timed and rarity versions, and I'm gonna go decorate my house for Christmas because it's my son's first Christmas, and we'll be decking it out. But first, a sport that hasn't been played in a couple months. I do remember actually around Christmas time for Christmas, I had just gotten into baseball. Would have been 97-ish, Christmas 97, and I got a whole bunch of Pinnacle Score baseball cards. Um, and was Upper Deck Collector's Choice 1997. It was like the first bunch of cards that my dad got me for Christmas. So for that reason there is that little connection. Also Sports Illustrated for kids. He got a couple of those for stocking stuffers. We have to get stockings. I just thought of that. Anyway, I'm gonna get right rolling. Uh, play I don't even remember. I think I messed up on something yesterday because that's grid number 17. I think what I messed up on was only one team. Still struggling on that category. Oh, but of course I need to share. I can't just share that. I need to share my whole screen so you can see the clock. And I'm gonna hit that and go. All right, all teams, let's do this. Jim Tomey works. Ellis Burks played for both these teams, right? Let's see. Otis Nixon. He's a good go-to. Joe Carter hits both these teams. Ron Gant, maybe? I think Rondell White played for both these teams. Jeff Conine for sure. And then Brett Saberhagen played for the Rockies briefly. And I'm gonna go Jose Guillen. Bam. Rarity scored of 47 in about 50 seconds. So that was almost matched. And not even like that's a pretty good rare score actually. 47. Tomey takes 16% for Cleveland and Baltimore, but that does go to show you um, that you got to make sure that if it's player's primary team, um, then that's going to be that's going to carry a certain percentage if it's a popular player. Burks too. I mean, I would say Burks played his most number of games, I believe, with the Rockies. Either that or the Red Sox. It's probably pretty close, but he's probably most remembered as a Rocky because he was there from the early years on the Blake Street Bombers and all that. He takes 12%. I think I've got someone for that. I might have used my best card with this one. Steve Finley works for all the NL West teams, but he's another one where it's like he's primarily remembered for the Padres, so I don't think that's gonna be that good a pick. We'll see if I can come up with someone better. Joe Carter takes less than 1% if it was with the Blue Jays and even one of these other teams, which he barely played for. It's still going to be high single digits. Guillen taking 3% for this combination is a little bit surprising. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to beat that. Old friend Otis Nixon here. Question is, where am I going to use Ronnie Belliard? Because he works in two different locations. Anyway, I got under a minute. Good show. Let's see if I can beat that 47 rarity score. I should hope so. So I'm going to stop sharing, start sharing, and now I'm sharing the other one. Nope, just kidding. That's the same one. You know, low value production, getting what you paid for. It's that one. Yeah, grid number 17. So I guess I had 13 on grid number 17. That's pretty good. All right, now let's go for the rarity score. How about for this one? How does Satchel Paige do? Goes less than 1%. That's actually, I'm surprised by that. But I did write about how Satchel, in my book, Baseball's Most Fun Frivolities, I did write about in the Best of the Rest section how Satchel Paige, not among his top accolades, but he is the greatest reliever in the history of the St. Louis Browns. Um, had at one season there where he was the most valuable player, period, on the Browns. The 47-year-old middle reliever, pretty impressive. Um, anyway, so he works there. Um, how about Randy Myers for that little stretch of a month with San Diego in 1998? I'm surprised these are the same. I would have expected Satchel Paige, arguably the greatest pitcher of all time, to be a little bit higher with his two primary major league teams. I expect Randy Myers, who barely played for the Padres, to be a bit lower, but it's all right. Um, let's see, Royals and Rockies. Nefi Perez works, I think. And so does Brian McRae, Hal's son. I'm going with McRae. A little less than 1%. Every time I play on Chrome, I get these ads down here. I'm not really worried about like getting in trouble for marketing some other company without. I mean, if anything, they would like it. It's just it's annoying. Gets in the way. Um, Dennis Martinez will work here. That's certainly an option. Then I could go Ronnie Belliard here. Yeah, and I got Finley. Wondering if I can best that. See down here, San Diego and Montreal. I'm trying to remember, did Ron Vallone sneak into? Yeah, I think Vallone will actually work here though. I don't know if he ever played for San Diego, but he played for a lot of teams. So he might have played for San Diego. But I'm not saying with a lot of confidence. He might have been like in the same trade with Mark Newfield, but I forget if that was Newfield and I think Newfield and him came over from the Mariners, but I think before that Newfield at least was with the Padres, but I don't know if Vallone was. Yeah, so Ron Vallone. Go ahead and get that reliever. 0.2 there, and then I can use Ronnie Belliard here. 0.5 there. Up here, Bruce Chen, he'll work. What if I can do better than that though? Bruce Chen, I think will be single digits. And I don't have any ultra lows, but I've got all sub 1% right now. I want to see if I can keep that going. And yeah, let's see. Some good expose Royals talent. There's got to be some people. I know there are. I'm just trying to think of Grzelcyk works. How rare is that going to be? That is his primary team is really the Expos. Oh, that's way too bad. Yeah. He's even featured with the Royals in the picture, but he had his best seasons with Montreal. I probably should have seen that coming. There was definitely someone better. Just had to think of them. Let's see if Bruce Chen has Grzelcyk-like popularity. He does have Grzelcyk-like popularity. So those last couple were kind of stinkers. Oh well. Finley, I think, will be in the single digits. And then what I went with Rondell White over here. That'll be an interesting one. I'm thinking, who else? Who else? I guess Soto works. Juan Soto works. I could always go with that. Fernando Tatis Sr. played for the Nationals, and Fernando Tatis Jr. plays for the Padres, but that doesn't mean anything in this game. So I might just be dancing around there a little bit. Dancing around is in I'll go around the horn and see if I can come up with someone better. Derek Bell? No, I don't think so. Maybe yeah, Loretta never played for the Nationals, I don't think. You get guys like Tim Wallach, I'm not really sure about. Quentin McCracken, I don't think he ever played for the Padres. I'm just gonna leave the ad alone. 3-day sale at Kohl's. Go nuts, everyone. And it's gone. Nationals and Padres. Or Expos and Padres. These are both options. I'm just struggling to come up with them. One that was just in the back of my mind is that the Padres almost moved to Washington shortly after the Senators had left the second time to go to the Texas, become the Rangers. And the it's such that there's even like baseball cards of Willie McCovey and presumably some other Padres from that period. This is like the mid 70s, I think, showing them with the Washington baseball team. They didn't have a name yet or anything. They didn't have pictures of them. They never actually executed the move, but there was enough confidence that the move would happen that there are baseball cards that are out there. The Padres stayed put. It's just a fun little rant. Oh, what other? Well, let's see how Steve Finley does, I guess. He barely played for the Rockies, but man, people are onto that trick. So I've had 3 stinkers in a row after going sub 1% on the first 3. Let's see. Padres and Nationals. They're 2. I don't want to go with Juan Soto. I should have gone with Juan Soto to start, and then I could have gone with Rondell White, but I blew it. Oh, like Brad Wilkerson. That's a name. I have no idea if he ever played for the Padres. Don't think so. Benito Santiago, maybe? Did he ever play for the or the Expos? And I'm thinking like maybe a Heath Bell, Carlos Quentin, Daniel Murphy. These are all guys that seem like they've bounced around the league a bit and have played with one team or the other team, but I'm not sure. Thinking about Expos or Padres from the 80s. Yes, I mean Santiago's a name that keeps. It seems to me he might have. What about like Greg Myers? He definitely played for the Padres. He broke up. I actually saw something on X of. Vaguely remember this, but he broke up a no hitter of Kurt Schilling's with a bunt. But it was a 2-0 game, so I didn't really think it's really such a big deal. All right. Well, I'm struggling to come up with anyone other than Juan Soto. For the record, I could have come up with Juan Soto, but that's no fun. So I'm going to go with Greg Myers, and we'll see if it. Of course, I always mix up Greg Zahn and Greg Myers because they're basically the same player. But nope, no dice. How many? There's probably 109 people I could have picked from. Soto, obviously the most popular. Willie Davis. I've used him before. Mark Langston. That's interesting. They're saying for the Washington Nationals, but we all know they mean Expos. I think of guys I would have actually known. Devi Cruz I've used before. I knew he played for the Padres. Nelson Cruz. Okay. I don't feel too bad about not getting these guys. I didn't know Nettles played for the Expos. Looks like he played a season. John Vanderwall. That's a fun name. He probably hits a lot of teams. Valone would have worked. So I could have used Valone and probably gotten a better rarity score out of it. Yeah, I had Rondell White already. Fernando Rodney, of course he works. Mike Maddox, pitching coach for the Rangers. All right. So lesson learned, I got to learn my Padres and Expos for that matter. Oh, well, still got a pretty good time. Pretty happy with that. Rarity score 47 on a timed version is one of the better ones, I think. So, anyway, I'm gonna get into some Christmas decorating, and you all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy football if that's your thing. Peace.